Hello everybody and welcome to Mistick's MMOs. I am your host, Mistick Raven. Alright, so today I'm going to give you guys my new build for a Stamplar PvE build. There will be different alterations. I'll go over that in this video. This is called Bull Rush. This is really a great build. I like it all the way around, and it's adaptable. So it's a PvE build once again, and we'll go ahead and get into it. Starting in the character sheet, we're at 20,000 max health, 33,000 max stamina. Stamina recovery is 1755 when we drink our potion. It goes up to 2179. Our penetration is 4,926. The reason being, currently we have weapon damage up to 5.8, but this build will scale. So this build is meant to scale, so we won't need to be at our, ideal pen. Any penetration debuffs will be appreciated, but we want to scale the tooltip. Basically, what we're calling force damage. All right, all the points have been allocated in the stamina. We are using the Thief Mundus. We're using Lava Foot Soup. And pretty much that's about it. Let's go ahead and get into the gear, and I'll get into the options. Okay, so we have the Maelstrom Bow for those people who like the Maelstrom Bow. Now I have another configuration where I use the Master Bow. Maelstrom Bow is going to be great for clearing trash ads, and it does really considerable amount of damage with Endless Hail. But when I want to optimize on single target, bosses, I prefer the Master Bow due to the scale factor. But if you don't like the Master Bow and you much prefer to go with the Maelstrom, it's here. This is perfected. You do not need perfected. You'll lose a little bit of crit. So by all means, do Dragon Star Arena normal and, Maelstrom normal to get those bows. And then if you want to get perfected in either or to challenge yourself, then do the vet level. The other set we're going to be using is, the main set we're going to be using for proc is Yanders. Yanders is really great. Now keep in mind, this is sharpened with poison damage, and this is weapon damage enchantment for the increase for the scale, and this is sharpened. Now ideally I want a maul precise, because that maul will replace the sharpen trait and we'll get a little bit more into our critical value, because currently our critical value is sitting at 51. If we do that, we'll hit 55, and it's just, you want to get a maul at all possible. But the 2H is great, the sword's great too. Alright, so Yanders, weapon damage, gain minor slayer, more weapon damage, dealing critical damage grants you a stack of Giant's Endurance, up to 1 every half second. Each stack of Giant's Endurance adds 41 weapon damage and stacks up to 10 times. Now here's the kicker. So basically we start on the bow side. When we switch to the 2H, those will start stacking up with our jabs. Then we do a complete fully charge heavy attack. That'll remove the Giant's Endurance and grants us the Giant's Might for 15 seconds, increasing your weapon damage by 63 per stack. So that 15-second application will carry to the bow side. So a lot of configurations, you'd have to keep this set static, but with the Templar, because of the jabs and you laying down all your AoEs on the bow side prior, you're able to get this consistent rotation of Giant's strength throughout the rotation. So we only need it on the 2H. That's why it's important to get a 2H weapon. Okay, very important. Okay, now we're going to be using the Dom set. Now this is glyphed health. All of my monster sets for the reconfigurations have 1 glyph health. Why? Because we're using the Lava Foot Soup. This gives us 20,000 max health. That's the only piece. Now this is a heavy head. Why? Because heavy gives us the most armor value. So it's a 6-1 config. 6 medium, 1 heavy. This is Divine. Second set for our static is Leviathan. right? Just we need critical value to proc the Yanders set. So we want to make sure we're hitting that crit. I am a Bosner. Now, I like Bosner this update, but you could use Orc with this. You could use Khajiit. Work, you know, there's a lot of options there. But for me, I really do like Bosner on Stamplar this update. It's, you know, the sustain's really good. So I don't have to worry about, you know, messing with any type of other food. It's a really strong race, in my opinion. But if you wanted to go Orc or Khajiit, you could do that. Now, this is infused max stamina. Damaha shoulders divine. Once again, once this procs, it's going to scale our weapon damage. Now, I'll show you the other configurations where you'll drop this set for, you know, the waiting kilt. So, yes, you can use the waiting kilt in this. Okay, so then we have a Yander's belt divine. We have, this is a great video. Yander's bracers divine max stamina. Leviathan divine max stamina. Yander's boot divine max stamina. We have a Leviathan necklace infused weapon damage. Leviathan's ring infused weapon damage. And Leviathan's bloodthirsty weapon damage. Okay. Getting into the skills. On the bow side, Power of Light. This is a no-brainer. You need this ability. It's a really strong hitting ability. Poison Injector. That's, you know, if we do switch bows, you know, for the Master Bow. Plus it offers a really nice strong dot. Endless Hail. Razor Caltrops. Repentance. We get a lot of sustain with Repentance. Plus, we're going to go ahead and get that minor fortitude and minor endurance, which is really, really nice towards health and stam recovery. Empowering sweeps. You have to have empowering sweeps on this bar, right? Why? Because of the passive. With an Adric ability, spear ability slotted, increase your critical damage by 10%. We want that modifier. So we're only using 2 abilities. We're only using the biting jabs, and we're putting the empowering sweep. It's not going to be our main cast, but we do want to take advantage of that modifier. Okay. Our spam bar Stampede closes the gap, leaves a nice AOE effect. Barbed, trapped, biting jabs. Executioner. We're going to use Camouflage Hunter for our scale factor because in the Fighters Guild we have 3 abilities slotted. That gives us a total of 9% towards our weapon damage. So when we drink our pot and we go back in, we're at 5.8. When we start procking up, we can hit up to about 8k. It's really, really nice. And then, of course, our Flawless Dawnbreaker. Now, let me guys show you the reconfiguration. So let's say we're going to go ahead and reconfigure for waiting kill. If you get the waiting kill, this is how we're going to configure this. So we're going to go with the Master's Bow or the Maelstrom once again. Same thing, Yanders. 1-piece Slime Crawl. Max health again, so we maintain that 20,000 health. Infuse Leviathan again. Leviathan shoulders divine. Yander's belt again. Yander's bracers. Harpoon's waiting kilts. Okay. Yander's boot, and then the Jory's remains the same. So, and all of the abilities remain the same. So we're just switching out 1 piece of Slime Crawl. And now we go in, we're at 55% on the critical value. And of course we get that scale factor with the Harpoon's waiting kilt. So that's how you convert that over for... You're going to drop the Damahas and go with the critical values. And if you get them all, you'll hit around 60. and then you can proc up to 70 with the waiting kill with this build. It's really nice, really strong. I love this build. It was a blast. I love playing it. And I know you guys, if you like Stamplar, you're going to enjoy this too. Once again, I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mistick's MMOs. As always, have a nice day.